My beloved child, listen carefully. Someone is waiting. 10 years have passed. Still, they wait. Still, they believe. Here is the name. My dear child, if you believe in angels, start this video. Watch it all the way. Do not stop. Angel says, this is a sacred message, a message meant just for you. Today, right now. Do not ignore it. Let your heart stay open. Let your spirit breathe. Let it receive this message, like a soft wind from heaven, gentle but undeniable. Pay close attention, because time, yes, time itself has been guarding something very sacred. It has been silent for years, but no more. The hour is here. The release has begun. You may believe that your past was wasted, that your tears were in vain, that the seeds you planted in faith never grew, but you were wrong, beloved one. Someone was watching. Someone was waiting. Not just anyone, but someone real, someone human, someone chosen by divine hands. They didn't wait a moment. They didn't wait a season. They waited 10 long years. 10 years. Can you feel it? The weight of such love, such devotion. Their heart remained tethered to your name like a thread of fire that refused to go out. Storms came. Still, it burned. Winds howled. Still, it stood. Their soul refused to forget you. Their spirit refused to give up. They walked through the shadows. They passed through sorrow. They looked in every crowd, eyes tired, but I'm still searching. They were searching for you. Only you. This was not an obsession, not fantasy. This was divine certainty. A truth planted deep in their chest like a heartbeat that never skipped your name. And now, beloved one, the time has come. The waiting is over. The silence is cracking. The heavens are opening. The name is being whispered. Their name, your name. Are you ready? 10 years, a decade of longing, a decade of believing, even when no one understood, not their family, not their friends, not even themselves. Still, they believed. Still, they held on. The name is Jaden. Yes, Jaden and Elijah. Do not forget this. Let it sink into your soul. Jaden, Elijah, 2 names, written in the same line of heaven's book. 2 names written on fire. 2 names marked for reunion. They waited through birthdays. They waited through the holidays. They waited through silence. They waited through doubt. 10 years. The world changed, but their heart didn't. The seasons passed, but their love remained. They prayed. They cried. They asked the stars about you. They wrote letters and never sent them. They heard songs that made them think of you. They whispered your name into the night air. And sometimes they wondered, were they foolish? Were they dreaming? Were they wrong? But something inside said, no, wait. Something sacred, something divine, something angelic. And now, heaven says, you are ready. You are strong enough. You are awake enough. You are soft enough to hear this. Jaden has waited. Elijah has waited. One name is yours. The other is theirs. Or maybe you know who is who. Your paths were meant to cross long ago. But the stars had lessons. The timing needed miracles. The journey needed pain to shape you, to prepare you, to make you wise, to make you ready. Because this kind of love is not casual. It is not surface. It is soul deep. the kind that comes only once in 1,000 lifetimes. They didn't fall in love with your face or your voice. They fell in love with your soul, even when they didn't know why, even when they questioned it, even when they tried to walk away. They were pulled back every time, because love like this is not a choice. It is a calling, and they answered it. With 10 years of waiting, they built a life, but left space for you. They moved forward, but I looked back, always back, for you. They dreamed of you. They asked the sky about you. They held conversations in your absence. And now, the angels say you are not alone. You never were, because someone's heart was always calling your name. Jaden, Elijah, one of them is you. The other is the one who never gave up, not even after 10 years. Can you feel it? Can you remember it? Do you hear the echo of that sacred bond? It was never broken, just buried, under time, under pain, under silence. But now, it rises, like dawn, like spring, like answered prayer. Angels guarded this love. Time preserved it. Heaven remembered it. And now you are being told, this is real. This is meant. This is sacred. No more confusion. No more delay. No more silence. Jaden, Elijah, the names have returned. Watch for the signs. Listen to your dreams. The angels will guide you. This person has not forgotten. This person still believes. They may not be perfect, but their love is pure, and their hearts are loyal. They are not coming to save you. They are coming because they never left you in spirit. Even when they were far, they were close. Even when they were lost, they remembered you. Even when they tried to move on, your name kept ringing in their heart. This is not fantasy. This is destiny. You are not alone. You are not forgotten. And this love, this incredible, unshakable love, still lives. Jaden, Elijah. Let these names sink into your bones, because they are not just names. They are promises. They are prophecies. They are the truth. They are the reason you had to wait. Because something this deep cannot be rushed. Something this divine cannot be denied. They will return. Or maybe you will find them. Let your heart recognize them. Let your soul respond. 10 years is not a mistake. It is the price of divine love. And now that love is coming back, prepare your heart. Clear the space. Be open. Be still. Because love is near, and the name it carries is holy. Jaden, Elijah, this is not the end. This is the beginning. And heaven smiles as you remember, as you return, as you reunite in divine time with divine love. Now go in peace. The angels are with you. And so is the one who never stopped waiting, even after 10 whole years. Name for this person is not a stranger to your destiny. They are knitted into it. Not fear, not confusion, but a sacred knowing, a whisper too deep for words. Something inside him said, wait, even when it made no sense, even when the silence hurt, even when the years felt like walls closing in on his hope. He still waited. He waited. With tears, he waited with faith. He waited with your name folded gently in his prayers. There were nights he almost let go, but the love he felt wasn't ordinary. It was rooted in the spirit anchored in heaven's timing. He saw your face in dreams, not always clearly, but enough to keep going, enough to make him say, maybe they're still coming. He didn't know how. He didn't know when, but his soul refused to forget you. And in those moments when he doubted everything, God reminded him of you, not with thunder, not with miracles, but with a soft, aching peace that wrapped around his chest and whispered, "Trust me." You have no idea how many sunsets he watched, thinking of you. You have no idea how many times he rewrote the letter he never sent, because deep down, he believed in you before you believed in yourself. He believed in the love that wouldn't let go, the connection that kept pulling him back every time he tried to walk away. And now, after all these years, he's closer than you think. He's listening for the same signs. He's asking the same questions. Are they still out there? Do they remember too? And tonight, he will dream of you again. He will feel your energy soft like moonlight, familiar like home. He won't know why, but he'll wake up with peace and longing. He'll write your name again in the corner of his heart because he knows you are not gone. You are not lost. You are just becoming the person who can receive this love fully, bravely, completely. He has waited for you to heal. He has waited for you to grow. He has waited for you to remember who you truly are. Not the version the world told you to be, but the soul he recognized even before you met. Yes, this is the kind of love that waits, not passively, not fearfully, but faithfully, with hands still open, with hope still alive. Even when it hurts, he knew the difference between fantasy and faith. And this love was not fantasy. It was divine. It was written long before you were born, spoken into time by the same voice that shaped the stars. And so when you feel your heart ache for no reason, when you hear a name in the wind of your dreams, remember this: you are being called, not by memory, not by coincidence, but by destiny. Elijah has not forgotten you. He remembers the way his spirit lifted when he first saw your smile, even if it was only in a dream. He remembers the way your laughter sounded like freedom, even if he only heard it in the echoes of prayer. This is not the end. This is the beginning of something holy, something rare, something that time could not erase. So don't rush, don't fear. Everything is being prepared, not just for the reunion, but for the mission. You two are not just lovers. You are partners in something higher. Your love is not just emotion. It is a force, a light, a healing meant to touch others. And that's why the delay was divine, because immature love can destroy, but refined love can restore nations. Your journey wasn't wasted. Your waiting wasn't empty. Heaven used it all. Every heartbreak, every silence, every moment you felt forgotten. It was the hand of God writing a deeper story, a story that leads here to this message, to this moment, so that you would remember you are not behind, you are not late, you are right on time for what was always yours. And so is Elijah. He still prays, he still believes, he still keeps space for you, even if he doesn't know how or why, because his soul remembers even when his mind forgets. And you feel it too. You feel the pull, the ache, the knowing. And that's because you are closer than ever, closer to the truth, closer to the alignment, closer to the love that was never lost, only hidden beneath the noise, beneath the healing, beneath the seasons. And now, as your spirit awakens, as your eyes begin to open, you will start to see the signs, the messages, the nudges, and they will all say the same thing. Prepare. Prepare your heart. Prepare your life. Prepare your faith. Because Elijah is being sent, not as a stranger, but as a fulfillment, not as a visitor, but as a returning promise. And you are ready now. You are strong. Now, you are steady. No, he will recognize you, not just by your face, but by your light. The light you found when you rose from your ashes, when you stopped chasing, and started receiving. He will see it in your eyes, the wisdom, the softness, the fire, and he will know, this is her. This is the one I waited for. This is the one I saw when I closed my eyes and prayed. And you will know too. You will feel the peace rush over you. Like home finally found, there will be no confusion, no fear, just clarity and calm. Because divine love does not need to prove itself. It simply arrives, and everything makes sense. This is what you're being prepared. For this is why you had to let go. This is why you had to wait, so that when it comes you won't run, you won't hide, you'll say, I remember you too. I thought I was imagining you, but you were real all along. And Elijah, he will hold you like a prayer fulfilled, and heaven will rejoice. Because love has finally come home, and nothing will ever be the same. Confusion, but a holy resistance. As if his soul said, no, wait, it's not time yet. And now it is. Your name has been called in secret places, in prayer rooms, in whispered tears, in dreams that woke him up at 200 a.m. Shaking, Elijah knows your face without having seen it. Because love isn't always born through sight. It is born in spirit before the eyes ever recognize what the heart already knows. You may not believe this. You may feel unworthy. You may think, who could possibly wait 10 years for me? But the truth is, it wasn't really waiting. It was devotion. It was divine timing sealed by heaven. It was love without conditions. It was faith that refused to quit, even when everything said it was foolish. Elijah prayed for you. He asked heaven to protect you. Especially in the seasons when he felt furthest away, there were moments he thought he was forgotten, but still, he lifted your name like an offering, even without knowing all of you, and heaven heard. You see, this is more than romance. This is restoration. This is about the pieces of your soul being returned to you. This is about the prayers you didn't know were being said, for your protection, for your healing, for your heart to feel safe again. This is about divine choreography. Every delay had meaning. Every detour was sacred. He didn't choose the easy path. He chose faith. He chose to surrender. He chose love that doesn't give up, even when silence lasted for years, even when you were only a vision in his soul. He stayed, not beside you, but for you. He stayed with hope. He stayed in love. He stayed in prayer, and those prayers built a bridge from his heart to yours. A bridge. No time could destroy it. He called you my one from afar, my unseen comfort, my someday. But now, it's no longer someday, it's today. The heavens have moved, the stars have shifted, the whispers have become answers. Elijah has known your spirit longer than you know. When you cried alone, he didn't hear it, but he felt it. And he would pause somewhere across the world, not knowing why, and whisper, "Be near her, Lord." That was for you. When he walked past a stranger with your smile, his heart skipped, because his soul remembered what his eyes didn't yet know. This love was not rushed, it was grown, watered by waiting, strengthened by silence, tested by time, but never lost. Because you were never lost. You were hidden, protected, kept for the right hour. And now, the hour has come. You've wondered if you missed something. You've asked if you were too late, if too much had changed. But love like this does not expire. It matures, it ripens, it deepens, even in the dark. This is the love that builds temples out of longing, that finds sacredness in separation. This is a reunion written before your first heartbreak, before your first tears, before your first goodbye. It was written when your soul agreed to come here. And he did too, not to meet instantly, but to remember through time, to discover what eternity already knew. This is Elijah's love, quiet, patient, stubborn in the best way. He waited, not because he had to, but because he wanted to honor what was real. And you were always real. He prayed for your strength. He asked angels to walk with you when he couldn't. He spoke your name over oceans, over mountains, into midnight skies that held both your dreams. You never knew, but your spirit heard it. That's why you sometimes felt hope when there was no reason to. That's why peace would cover you in the middle of chaos, because someone, somewhere, was loving you in silence, not controlling, not chasing, just holding space, in faith. 10 years is not a delay when the story is eternal. 10 years is just a breath to a love that was born before time. And Elijah, he wasn't perfect. He doubted, he questioned, he cried, but he never gave up on the soul he hadn't met yet. Because something inside him knew you were worth it. Not because of beauty, not because of perfection, but because of the truth. Because of the way you are healing, the way you rise even with scars. He doesn't want a fairy tale. He wants a resurrection. He wants the love that survived the fire, the one that limped but still walked forward. He wants you, the real you, the one who doubted if love would ever come, the one who stopped believing, then started again. Elijah sees you, even if his eyes haven't yet, and you have felt him too, in quiet moments, in songs you couldn't explain, in the ache that didn't belong to anyone you knew. That was him, his love, calling your name through time, not loudly, but constantly, and heaven heard. He's coming now. Not because you need him, but because your souls have completed their sacred circle. He's not your rescue, he's your reflection. He waited so that when he arrived, you would know it wasn't a chance. It was a prophecy, not the kind written in books, but the kind inscribed on hearts. He brings no promises of perfection, only presence, only partnership, only prayer. This is what you always deserved, not just to be loved, but to be recognized. And Elijah, he sees the unseen parts. He knows there's more to you than the world could ever grasp. He will speak to the warrior in you, to the child in you, to the queen in you, to the soul in you, because he's heard your name from heaven's lips. He's loved you without needing proof. He's trusted without needing answers. And now, he comes not just for romance, but in return. He returns the parts of you that you gave away to people who couldn't keep them. He returns the faith. You thought it was gone. He returns the hope that quietly waited with him. This is your time. This is your divine appointment. This is your homecoming. So open the door, not to him, but to you, to the you who is finally ready to receive what never stopped loving you. Elijah is not your past. He is your prophecy fulfilled. And heaven smiles. Because two souls that chose each other long before memory have found their way back again, together, at last, in light, in love, in divine timing, forever. This is about the things you thought you lost forever, finding their way back to your hands, because something inside you has been reaching to you, just didn't realize it was being answered. There were nights when you cried and didn't know why that was. The pull that was the yearning of two souls whose names were already intertwined in the mouth of God before time began. There were mornings when you felt a strange ache, like something was missing, even though everything seemed fine. That was Elijah's spirit brushing against yours through the veil of time and distance. Do you feel it now, that stirring inside? That's because something holy is being awakened, something long buried. Under routine and distractions is rising again, and it has your name on it. This moment was set before your birth, and now the appointed time has come. Elijah is closer than you think, not just in proximity, but in spirit. You are going to cross paths soon, in a way you didn't expect, and it will not look dramatic. It will be gentle, quiet, like a whisper in the wind. But your soul will know. It will feel like returning home after a lifetime of wandering. This is why you felt restless lately, why your spirit has been pacing, because something is aligning. The delay is lifting, the silence is breaking, and all the prayers Elijah whispered into his pillow, all the years of wondering and hoping, they are about to collide with your reality. Let no one tell you this is a fantasy. This is not about fairy tales. It's about fulfillment, about promises that seemed forgotten being remembered, about hearts that were bruised being healed, about timing that seemed cruel being redeemed. Because when heaven speaks, it doesn't speak in May, it speaks in certainty. And here it is again. Someone is waiting 10 years for you. Here is the name, Elijah. Let that name settle in your chest. Speak it, Elijah, because the sound of it will begin to unlock something in you. Not because it's magic, but because it's sacred, because that name carries weight in your story. Because behind that name is a soul who did not give up on you when it would have been easier to walk away. If you'd like to donate or show your appreciation, you can give a super thanks up to $100. He has written letters he never sent, letters with your name on them. He has songs he never finished because they reminded him too much of you. He has held back tears at weddings because the one he longed to see beside him was still unseen. He waited in rooms full of people, wondering if that would be the day you'd walk in. And now the season is shifting. Heaven is speaking, and you must prepare your heart, because this is not something you chase. It is something you recognize when it arrives. It's already written. You just need to walk into it. Elijah may not even know what's coming, but he feels it. He feels the wind changing. The same wind is blowing through your life now. Let it shake the dust off your hope. Let it revive what you thought was lost, because restoration is not coming. It's already on the way. There is a moment coming, soon, a divine intersection when your eyes will meet, and even if your mind doesn't understand it, your soul will. Be peace. There will be stillness, and it will feel like you've come back to a place you never knew. You missed. The world may not notice, but heaven will celebrate. Because this connection is not just about you and Elijah. It's about the ripple that your love will create. Others will find healing through your story. Others will believe again because of what they see in your eyes when you look at each other. So get ready, not with fear, but with faith. Clean the corners of your soul. Let go of what no longer serves. You forgive where you need to open your heart again, because the wait has not been in vain. The tears have not been wasted. The silence has not been empty. It was all leading to this. My child, don't ignore this. This message for you comes in the quiet whisper of a dawn, long awaited in the golden hush, before the light fully spills across the earth, in the moment where silence sings and time seems to pause in the breath of something eternal. There has been someone, a soul bound to your name, who has waited, not for a moment, not for a fleeting season, but for 10 long years, with a heart full of silent prayers and hands lifted to heaven. In faithful longing, the world has spun. 1,000 times seasons have changed, and yet their hope has remained, untouched by the dust of despair. 10 years ago, something sacred was written into the sky of your destiny. The stars saw it, the angels read it aloud softly, singing your name with theirs. And even though the earth may have tried to distract you to cloud your eyes and weigh your spirit, that thread never broke. It shimmered quietly, even in your darkest nights, even when your heart felt emptied of purpose, even when your soul cried out asking, "Why am I still alone in this waiting?" A name has been echoing, not just across lands and miles, but across divine time. A name that belongs to the one who has loved you, in silence prayed for you in secret, and walked through life with the taste of your memory on their soul. Their love is not loud, but it is loud, enough to have moved the heavens. Their love is not boastful, but it is pure enough to have been carved into the hands of angels. They are not perfect, but their devotion to you has been perfect in its endurance. Their name is whispered like the wind through the leaves when no one else is listening. Their name is etched into the quiet parts of your heart that you don't even remember touching. And soon, very soon, it will rise to the surface like a flame that has never truly gone out. When you hear it, when it comes to you, your spirit will recognize it before your mind does. You'll feel your breath catch. You'll feel something ancient and holy unlock within you. They have not forgotten you. For a decade, they've waited for a sign, a miracle, a crossing of divine paths. They have counted the days by the pulse of their longing and held your name like a treasure. They were afraid the world would steal through heartbreak, through confusion, through years when everything else changed. They never gave up on you. That kind of faith is not born of earth. That kind of waiting is not human. It is celestial. It is eternal. You may have been tempted to believe that you were forgotten. You may have assumed that love had passed you by, that the years wasted were empty, but nothing is wasted. Not even your tears, especially not your tears. Every moment you felt unloved was met with an unseen hand brushing your cheek. Every time you laid in your bed, wondering if you would ever feel understood, ever feel chosen, ever feel seen, someone else was praying for you. To know that you already are, hearts like yours do not go unnoticed. You were never invisible. Your journey was simply longer because your love was written to be rare, and rare things take time. The stars do not burn like candles, they take to form. And what's been forming in the quiet of this other soul is a love that will rewrite what you thought love meant. It will not rush in and burn you out. It will rise like sunlight. It will feel like coming home to a place you've never been but always longed for. Angel says, this message is reaching you, not by coincidence, not by chance, but because the heavens are finally aligning. What the earth tried to delay, you are being brought into the season where all the prayers, yours and theirs, are about to meet in a holy collision. And nothing can stop what is written in divine ink. You are not late. You are not lost. You are simply arriving exactly when you are meant to. Just as they are, they know your laugh without hearing it. They've imagined your tears and wish they could hold you. They've walked through crowds wondering if you were near. They've stood at windows watching the rain and whispering your name into the wind, believing it would reach you. Somehow, they've seen people come and go, but never saw them as home, because you are the home they've waited for. This kind of waiting is not desperate. It is sacred. It is not needy. It is pure. It is not bound by time, but by purpose. Every time they thought they couldn't wait another day. Grace gave them one more reason to hold on, and every time you questioned whether your heart would ever find peace, the universe was rearranging itself to make way for the moment you two would finally see each other again. Or for the first time, there are no accidents in the divine realm. Every delay has prepared your soul. Every disappointment has carved space in your heart for something deeper. You had to be emptied of the shallow to make room for the sacred. And they, too, have been through their own wilderness. But even there, they kept their eyes lifted. Even there, they spoke your name into the silence, trusting that one day it would be answered, and that day is coming. It is closer than, you will not need to chase it. You will not need to force it. It will arrive like the tide, slow and steady and unstoppable. You will not miss it. You will not question it. Your heart will leap in recognition, and everything that once seemed broken will begin to make sense. The pieces you thought were lost will come together in their smile. The voice you've been waiting to here will speak your name like a prayer answered, and it will all feel like you were never apart. Like the waiting was not a punishment, but a preparation. You don't have to understand how, you don't even have to know who, you just have to trust what is already unfolding. Stay soft, stay ready, stay open, because the answer to 10 years of prayer is on its way. And it is bringing with it healing, joy, laughter, and the kind of love that lifts the weight of every sorrow you've carried alone. You are seen, you are loved, you are chosen, and the one who has waited 10 years to tell you. This is nearer than you imagine. Their heart has never left. Yours, even across time, even across silence, even across tears, they have stayed. They have hoped, they have believed, and they are almost here. There are moments in life when the soul awakens, when something inside you remembers the truth. It always knew, but forgot beneath the weight of the world. This is one of those moments. This is not just a message, it is a mirror reflecting back the truth you've always carried. You are not forgotten, you are not unworthy, you are not invisible, and the love that has been written for you is on its way, my child. I have held back time for a reason. I have kept certain things hidden, not to punish you, but to prepare you. Because some blessings cannot arrive when your heart is not ready. Some gifts cannot be released until you are able to carry the weight of them without breaking. And there is someone who has waited 10 long years just to see you again, just to hear your voice, just to stand before you and say what they've buried in the deepest part of their soul. And now the veil is lifting. Now the moment is drawing near. You are not reading this by chance. You are not feeling what you feel by coincidence. This is not random. This is not an illusion. This is real. This is divine. This is orchestrated by the hands of heaven, and the name is being revealed to you even now as I speak this message directly to your heart. You must understand this. Waiting was not in vain. This person was not wasting their years. In sorrow, they were being prepared, they were being transformed. And so, were you. I was shaping them in the wilderness. I was molding their heart to match yours, carving out their character in silence and prayer, so that when the appointed time arrived, both of you would be ready, not just to meet, but to merge into the fullness of my plane. They whispered your name in prayers you never heard. They cried out to me on nights when they couldn't sleep, asking why they still felt your presence, even when they didn't know where you were. They saw your face in dreams. What matters is what I'm doing now. What matters is the story I've been writing in silence, the love I've been restoring in stillness. You did not miss your moment. You are not too late. You did not ruin what was sacred. It was protected, held in my hands. kept safe in the shelter of divine timing. There is nothing you need to chase, nothing you need to fix, nothing you need to prove. Just be still. Just breathe. Just receive. They are on their way, and not by accident, not by coincidence. This is a holy alignment, a reunion written before you ever met. Before you knew their face, I knew your bond. Before you held their hand, I sealed your hearts. You asked if they remember you. They do. More than you know. More than they let show. You asked if I still care. I do. I never stopped, and I never will. Even in your silence, I heard you. Even in your distance, I was near. I saw your tears you never let fall. I felt the ache you never put into words. You are not forgotten. You are not alone. The love that felt buried was only being watered. The feelings you thought had died were only sleeping. I'm calling them forth now. I'm waking them gently. I'm breathing life back into what you thought was lost forever. This is not just romance. This is redemption. This is not just longing. This is a legacy. You both had to grow. You both had to walk through what you walked through. The pain was not punishment. It was preparation. The silence was not abandonment. It was protection. I had to remove what would have harmed you. I had to close doors you begged me to open because I saw what you couldn't. I was not being cruel. I was being careful. I never said no. I said, not yet. And now I say yes. Now I say go. Now I say, it is time. Time to feel again. Time to trust again. Time to love again. Do not let fear speak louder than faith. Do not let delay convince you this isn't real. What I join together, no one can separate. Their heart is turning toward you. Their spirit is already reaching. Their soul is remembering what your soul never forgot. You are their home, and I am leading them home to you. This is the moment your prayers begin to manifest. This is the hour your tears become rivers of joy. Don't be afraid when you feel the pull. Don't be alarmed when their name returns again and again. You are not obsessed. You are being awakened. You are not confused. You are being called. You didn't imagine the connection. You didn't fabricate the signs. You didn't invent the depth. This is real, and it is mine. This union belongs to me. This love has always been watched over. Angels have walked beside you both. Whispers have filled the night when neither of you could sleep, and now you are remembering because they are remembering. You are sensing them because they are sensing you. No message is wasted. No dream is accidental. You've seen their face in visions because I showed it to you. You've heard their voice in the stillness because I allowed it to echo. It is not a fantasy. It is a prophecy, not a coincidence, but a covenant. Your soul knew before your mind did. Your heart accepted before your logic could. That's why it never let go. That's why you still feel them when no one else is around. And now I am bringing closure, not by ending this story, but by fulfilling it. It will not be as it was. It will be better. It will not return in pieces. It will return whole. You will not be left wondering. You will know. I am not giving you back the past. I am giving you a future. A sacred future. A shared path. A steady love. A deeper bond. I am healing what was broken. I am restoring what was lost. I am rewriting what the enemy tried to erase. You are not being punished. You are being prepared for something beautiful, for something divine. And yes, they are thinking of you now. They are dreaming of you the same way you dream of them. They are seeking answers, and I am pointing them to you. They are asking for signs, and I am giving them your name. They are replaying memories, and I am stirring their spirit toward return. But I am not sending them back the way they left. I am sending them all. I am sending them ready. I am sending them healed. So you must prepare too. Not in anxiety, but in quiet faith. Not by striving, but by surrendering. Let me do the work. Let me open the doors. Let me carry this for you. Your only job is to stay soft. Stay open. Stay in prayer. Because it's not just about love. It's about purpose. It's about alignment. It's about destiny. You were never waiting in vain. Every tear has been counted. Every cry was heard. Every lonely moment woven into something holy. This is why the others didn't work. This is why your heart couldn't settle. This is why the old chapters felt incomplete. Because something deeper, I was always waiting. Something ancient, something promised. They are coming because I said so, because I declared it, because I've made the way. Even when it looked impossible, I was moving mountains. Even when it felt silent, I was whispering instructions. They heard me, and now they are responding. And you must do the same. Welcome the memories, honor the signs, embrace the stirring, because it's not madness, it's a miracle. You don't have to convince them. I already have. You don't have to search for them. I will bring them. Just stay close to me. Stay under my covering. Stay in my peace. This is not just a reunion. This is resurrection. This is not a return to the old. This is the beginning of something new and holy and lasting. You don't need to figure it out. You just need to say yes. Yes to love again. Yes to trust again. Yes to walk through this door when I open it. And I will open it soon, because the time is now. And what I promised, I always fulfill. What I speak, I will pass. What I join, I guard. So let the healing begin. Let the love awaken. Let the future become the present. It is safe now. It sure is now. It is sacred now. And you are ready. You've always been ready. Now, just believe. Just receive. Just let it come. Let it return. Let it rise. The love you never let go of is finding its way back home to you. And it will not be late. It will not be weak. It will not be broken. It will be everything I designed it to be. Because I have called it blessed, and I have called it yours, and what I call yours, no one can take it away.